How much different would your life look if you could make hundreds or thousands of dollars every month simply by betting on sports? Would it allow you to quit your job or maybe that part-time job, and then you wouldn't have to stress about paying bills every month? Well, lucky for you, by the end of this video, you are going to have the blueprint for a betting strategy that has made me over $18,000 over the course of 6 straight profitable months. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video where I'm going to break down the exact amount of money you're going to want to wager per play depending on the odds that we're receiving. This is going to be a step-by-step tutorial. There will be 0 gaps involved in this, so you are going to know from A to Z exactly how this strategy works so that you can put it to use and start earning for yourself right now. But I will warn you, if you skip just one of these steps, it's going to be the reason why you're not seeing the strategy succeed. But first, I need you to smash that subscribe button if you want to beat the sports books. We upload videos every week teaching you how you can become a profitable sports bettor, and you're not going to want to miss a video. The first step that we need to figure out is how aggressive or conservative you want to be with your bankroll utilizing this strategy. And when I say bankroll, I mean this is the money we're using for sports betting only. We're not using this money to pay our bills, or if we have a profitable week, dip into the pool to go take our special someone out on a date. No, we're not doing that. This money is staying in our sports betting account for the entire month. On the last day of the month is when we're going to reevaluate our bankroll. We're either going to keep it the same, decrease it, or increase it. So for this example, our bankroll is going to be $1,000, and we need to determine how much one unit is going to be. So a conservative approach would be 1% of our bankroll. So 1% is $10, so 1 unit would equal $10. If we wanted to be in the middle in terms of risk, then 2% of our bankroll would be 1 unit or $20. And if we're looking to get very aggressive with this strategy in our bankroll, then we would put 3% down as 1 unit or $30. If you're someone that wants to get really aggressive with this strategy and go 4% or beyond, I would really caution you. We're going to run into losing days as a sports bettor. Having your unit size at 4% or higher is going to run the risk of losing our bankroll very quickly in the case that we run into multiple losing days. That's why we want to keep it in that 1 to 3% range, because it gives us a level of safety. It allows us to fight another day in case we run into those inevitable losing streaks. Now let's hop over to OddsJam. I'm going to break down my filter setup on the positive EV page so you'll know exactly what you need to do. Now over here on OddsJam, for this strategy, we are solely going to focus on using the positive expected value page. Up here at the top, we want to make sure that we click on filters. And then really the only thing that I have set up here are 2 areas right here, the minimum maximum odds. Minimum odds are going to be just erased. It's going to be blank, nothing there. Maximum odds are going to be plus 150. And then for our market width, it's going to be 0 or blanked out here. And then the maximum width is going to be 40 cents. One other note, we are solely going to be focusing on the no vig fair odds for this strategy. So up here in the top right hand corner, you want to make sure that you have odds comparison clicked on. And obviously we're also using the default or multiplicative dvig method. The strategy that we are employing is a more conservative approach to the Kelly criterion method. So we are sacrificing some expected value for a more conservative betting strategy. We are not going to worry about this left hand side, this EV percentage mark. We don't care about that. We don't care about the odds that we receiving these plays at from the books. We don't care about that. And we don't care about the recommended bet size. The only thing that we care about is the no vig fair odds, which is the true fair odds or the true fair chance that we have of winning this wager. Also over here on our percentage, guys, we want to make sure that we have a 0.5% minimum percentage. This is going to allow us the opportunity to go after some mainline plays. And sometimes these mainline plays live in the under 1% range. And I feel that there's a lot of value there. And I think it's very important that we don't remove them when we're looking for sharp plays. Now remember, all odds are associated with a win probability. So the highest that we're going after our plays are plus 150 odds or a 40% chance. Meaning that if we're going after plays that are at plus 135, we have a 42.5% chance, or plus 115, a 46.5% chance. So the lowest chance that we have of hitting these plays is 40%. Now the true beauty in this strategy and this blueprint that I'm providing you is that you can tweak this or customize it to however you like. In my opinion, if you go above plus 150, you want to entertain the plus 175s or plus 200s, you're just going to run into a lot more volatility. And if you're a brand new sports bettor, it's going to really give you some serious turbulent swings that you might not be prepared for. Don't get me wrong, even going into plus 150 all the way to maybe minus 250, you're still going to run into swings, but they're just not going to be as violent. The foundation of this strategy is a very conservative approach. Now, if you didn't want to go to plus 150, maybe you just wanted to go to plus 130 or plus 120, that's fine. The beauty here is what I'm about to unveil to you is you can tweak this however you prefer. All right, now let's dive into exactly how we're going to attack this. For this strategy, we are going to go with the middle approach, the 2% approach. So for a $1,000 bankroll, 2% of that is $20. So $20 is going to equal 1 unit. So all we're going to focus when we're on the positive EV tool is, like how I mentioned before, the no vig fair odds. So this first play right here in this tennis match, we're receiving no vig fair odds of plus 121.5. All right, guys, so here is the blueprint. And again, you can tweak this to whatever you prefer. But for me, anything that falls between minus 500 to minus 150 is going to be 100% or 1 unit. So for $20, that's what we're going to put down. If anything falls in between this range, so when we're looking at the no vig fair odds, if it falls within this range, we put $20 down. Again, minus 149 to minus 120, we put 90% of 1 unit or $18. Now, if let's say this play falls at minus 140 odds and you wanted to put 95% of 1 unit down, that's totally fine. Again, minus 119 to plus 100, we put 80% of a unit down. So maybe if this play is around the plus 105 mark, then maybe you put this at 80% or just slightly above. You have the flexibility to make this whatever you want it to be. Plus 101 to plus 120, we put 70% down or $14. Plus 121 to plus 135, 60%. And then obviously plus 136 to plus 150, we put a half unit down. So for the first play that we just saw in the tennis match that sat at the plus 121 range, this would fall into the 60% range. But because this is on the lower end, we might want to maybe bump this up to 65 or maybe 68% of our unit for this play. So right here, when we were looking at these plays, we look at the no vig fair odds, a plus 136 play, well, then this would fall into the half unit range. Oh, a minus 106 range. Well, then this would fall in the 80% range. Again, you can customize these amounts to whatever you prefer, but this is the template that you want to use. If you have any questions at all about this strategy, feel free to comment down below or DM me on Twitter. I'll be more than happy to help. To show you my results from this strategy, I used this from December 1st all the way to May 31st, made over $18,000, placed over 4,300 bets, beat the closing line value 67% of the time, and brought back a 3.5% return on my investment. Only won 46% of my bets, but this is a strategy that provided me a level of safety while also making consistent gains. Now you have the tips equipped with this strategy to take your gains to the next level. Have you ever thought about how much money you can make in a year sports betting? Maybe even $1 million? Click this video right here that's going to break down exactly how much you can expect to make in a year sports betting. Maybe you might be able to quit that 9-to-5 job for good.